Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode from Edge of the Empire Outdoors. This is Thomas coming back with you for another turkey tactics tip. This is for people that have never turkey hunted before, that want to get into it, that want to try it out for themselves. So I'm going to go over pretty much the basics, what you need to know, what you should get, what you should have, and when you step out in those woods, what you need to know and how to get a turkey and make a turkey hunt successful. So we're going to start by, obviously, first get your tags, get your license, have a shotgun, have ammo, obviously, get your everything you need. You're going to want camouflage, you're going to want all that stuff, and that's pretty much it. Make sure, now since we hunt turkeys in New York, we have two birds we can get in a season, in a spring season. You can also hunt them in the fall, but you can only get one bird in the fall, two birds in the spring. But you have to get one bird every other day. Like, since you can get two birds, you can't shoot them both in one day. You have to shoot one day, and you can shoot one the next day, and then your season's done. But you cannot shoot both turkeys in the same day. So make sure wherever you're hunting out there, you stay safe and you know your laws, so you're not going against any violation codes. So next thing I'm going to talk about is obviously what you want to have to take out with you. You want to have your calls, you want to have decoys. Those are the main things you really want to be able to attract the turkey to you. Because if you're just sitting out there, you got to go by luck and hope a hen walks by, brings in a gobbler, and it's possible, but it's not very likely unless you're watching these turkeys, you're watching their routines, watching what paths they're going down, because they're very unpredictable animals. So you always want to make sure you bring calls and a decoy. And like I said, those are the essential things that you need. I went over that actually in my last video, essentials for turkey hunting, but this is more towards, like I said, someone that's never hunted turkeys before. They want to get into it. This is the way they want to do it. So next thing I want to go on is, when you get out in those woods, what you need to know on how to make your hunt successful. You want to get out there before the crack of dawn. In New York, you can hunt 30 minutes after sunrise until noon. Now that's different for a lot of other states. A lot of states you can hunt all day, but here in New York you have till noon, 12 o'clock, and your hunt's done. You cannot hunt after. It's illegal if you do, and you're going to get caught. Don't play stupid with the law. Just follow by the laws. That helps keep our population regulated anyway. So you want to be out there when it's dark. You want to go out obviously earlier than you can hunt. You can go out there before it's legal hunting hours, but you can't obviously shoot. So what you want to do is you want to get out there. So usually early season for me, it gets light about 4:30. I want to be in the woods, set up around 4:15. I want to be sat down in my spot. So most of the time I show up to my property. I got about a 20-minute hike up a hill. So I show up and I start walking around 3:50, 3:45. Usually if it's first morning, I end up showing up way stupid early, and just because I'm so excited to go out. So like I said, you want to show up quite early, because when those birds wake up, it doesn't take very long most of the time here in New York for them birds to fly down. When they fly down, it's game time. And if you're trying to go out in the broad daylight, if you have fields to go through, you're going to get spotted. So like I said, you want to go out in the dark. You want to hear when they're first waking up, where they're located. Maybe you can get set up on them before they fly down. Another thing, and I know this is a very illegal thing to do in a lot of states, you want to remember you cannot shoot them out of the roost. Either way, there's no fun in that. You're not calling them in. I mean, you don't want to shoot them right in their bed. You want to make it a challenge. You want to make it worth that hunt. Just going up and shooting them out of a tree is no fun, and it's illegal. You're going to get caught. Like I said, don't play stupid with the law. There's no point. So next tip, you get out there, you start walking, you hear a turkey gobble. What do? If it's early season, you have a good chance that there's no hens with them. So I mean, you can play patient in the first beginning of that season. And if you're a new hunter, I suggest play it patient anyway. Just don't try to run and gun unless you got experience in doing it, unless you've been with someone that's done it before, unless you know what you're doing. But the patient hunt is, you hear that turkey gobble, you know where he is. If he's up in this cornfield that you got to go another 200 yards to, if he's on the edge of it in a tree line roosted right now and he's gobbling, you get to one of the sides of that field without him seeing you. You go put your decoy out, get back in the wood line, maybe across the entire field from him, and you just call. Worst that can happen is he doesn't come in. Worst that can happen, he gets hung up by a hen. You just play the game safe, play the game smart. If you go out there trying to chase him through a cornfield, broad daylight when he's awake and looking, you ain't gonna get a chance at that bird. So like I said, unless you have practice in running and gunning, don't do it. You're a beginner. Just learn your tactics, learn what you need to do, and learn how a turkey's behavior reacts to a human into different situations. So, okay, you get set up on this gobbler and he's going nuts. Best thing you want to do is let him know you're there. Once he gobbles back, that's time to put the call down. And that's when they're going to start gobbling more. And I understand most beginners, like I was, I used to be this way. You hear that turkey gobble, you want to throw that call and a call back to him. So he gobbles again, because we all love that gobble. That essential gobble is what gets us to go back out there every day. But a lot of turkey hunters don't kill turkeys that way. The way to kill turkeys is to be quiet, because that persists them to come to you. In nature, the hen goes to the gobbler. So if you're sitting there calling to him, and that gobbler's way off the other side of the field, and if he's going nuts and you're calling back to him every single time he gobbles, he's going to think, all right, she wants to come to me. She's so hyped up that she's just going to come to me. Then he's going to sit there and just keep gobbling in that same spot. Yeah, it's awesome to hear him, but you'd rather shoot him. So best way to do it is call. He gobbles back. Take your call out. Just have your gun on your knee and be patient. He's going to gobble. He's going to gobble again and again. And you're going to notice he's starting to get that nervous gobble. I like to call it a nervous gobble. Once you start calling to him and he gobbles and you shut up and he starts gobbling more and more and more, he's thinking, where'd that hen go? Where'd she go? Why isn't she answering me? So he keeps calling back to her. If you stay quiet, he's going to come investigate and he's going to see that decoy out. Like I said, you've seen in my last video, I have a Jake decoy. When he sees that, he hears that she shut up, and he comes out and sees a Jake out there, he's going to think that's the reason why. He's going to go prove his dominance on that little Jake. So, like I said, key tip for beginners, don't overcall. Trust me, turkeys, you need to be patient for turkeys. Just stay calm, they'll come into you. So what you want to do if a gobbler's not responding, if you've went out and you're not getting anything to gobble, if you're not even hearing gobbles on the roost, which is pretty rare. I mean, when they first wake up, they like to gobble. Even if they have hens, usually they'll gobble at least once. So if you're not hearing gobblers going off, just be patient. Sometimes they won't gobble until 10, 11 o'clock when they let their hens go. If they're being quiet, maybe it's just the weather. Maybe it's too hot. Maybe it's too rainy out. They don't want to do anything. Just stay calm. Keep trying to hunt. The best you can do is just stay out there. Put your time in, and that's the way you're going to be successful. So, like I said, if you're a beginner and you want to try this out for yourself, just stay calm. Stay persistent. Don't give up on the sport. Once you get that first turkey, it's game time. You're going to fall in love with this sport. It's an amazing animal to hunt. It's an amazing thing to do. I'm very connected with it. It's more when I wake up, and I've been hunting hard all winter, and I've been working hard all winter, and you go outside and you don't hear really birds chirping that much. When you go out in the spring, that's like you're opening to life. You hear birds chirping, the animals are going crazy. You're seeing deer, you're seeing fawns, you're seeing bear, you're going to see coyotes, you're going to see turkeys, you're going to see every type of bird. It's just beautiful. It's like life is opening up before you, and that's why I love it. It's warm. You ain't freezing your butt off out in the woods. it's unreal, and it's just, I think it's the most beautiful season to hunt in. So like I said, if you give yourself your time and you just play that game of chess with that turkey and you get successful, you'll fall in love, and you're going to learn more and more as you go. You're going to learn what mistakes you're making. If you have that gobbler going and then he just shuts up, think about why he shut up. When did he stop? The key thing to look for too is if you don't know turkey noises yet, if you don't know like all the different types. So if you have a gobbler coming in, this is one thing I really want to go over real quick before I get ready to close this video. If you have a gobbler coming in and you can hear him, he was at 200 yards, here he is 150, 100 yards, he's 50 yards, but he's coming through the woods, you can't really see him. You can hear him though, you can hear him spitting and drumming, and then all of a sudden you hear a putt noise. And it almost sounds like a cluck, but it's a loud bark noise. It's like putt, 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 and you'll hear it start doing that, your game's over. Unless you can see that turkey and you can get a shot off at 50 yards, your game's over. He's turned around, he's seen something. So that's when you need to go over everything. Look at your body. Is there any chrome? Is there anything shining? Is there anything at all that you have to be worried about? That turkey most likely seen something or heard something he didn't like. So in that case, you're busted. But that's what makes you want to go out every other time. So it makes me want to go out every other time. That turkey busted you, you want to know why, you want to know how, you want to know what you can do to fix that. You want to play that game again, because that's a hard thing to do, is kill a turkey. But I think I covered pretty much everything I wanted to on turkey hunting. I'm sorry I didn't put a video out yesterday. I was spending some quality time with my fiance and our beautiful baby boy. We watched movies quite a bit throughout the day, so that was nice to do. And I wanted to explain something really quick too. So I know you've been hearing about this a lot, the coronavirus, COVID-19. It's been going around a lot, and I'm praying for all America that everybody gets better, that this thing goes away, that we don't have to worry about it anymore, our families stop losing family members. But as of right now, the coronavirus, COVID-19, is in our area. So Brian and I think it's probably going to be best to kind of hold off on making videos together for the next few weeks, just to clarify, kind of quarantine ourselves. We'll do videos at home still. We'll still put videos out Sundays. We'll probably both each put a video out that day. But we just want to kind of stop the spread as much as we can, just in case. It's better to be safe than sorry. Nobody needs to be getting sick. We don't need to be exposing ourselves or anybody. So, like I said, I pray for everybody out there. I hope everybody's being safe. And I wanted to thank you guys again. Let me know in the comments, by the way, if you guys have any questions on anything I've covered. If I didn't cover something, you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to comment. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Edge of the Empire Outdoors, and we will catch you next time.